I'm your chef Beats all our booze. Welcome to the Bistro CHOPP'D 2.0. Now, you tired of producer tags all throughout the beat? You tired of producers dancing in your videos? Well, come on down to the Bistro where we serve you delicious eats over fire beats. Let's go! What's cooking, everybody? I'm your chef Beats all our booze. Welcome to the Bistro CHOPP'D 2.0 Bad Boy Edition. So what do I mean by Bad Boy Edition? We're gonna be chopping up some BadBoy samples. Diddy and the whole team over there, they had a hell of a run with their samples, so I chose a special one. It's near and dear to my heart. Let's get right into it. This is the joint that I picked. Y'all might know this. It's the Victory.
1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well.
That's the original. That's the original song that they used, right? Now the original sample that they used is off the Rocky soundtrack. This is it right here. That's the original sample. Now back in like 2007, I sampled that song, but not that part. I'm gonna show you which part I used. I sampled that song in 2007, and it was my first big placement with a major artist, which was Papoose, and he actually titled the song Victory 07, which is kind of dope. Play off the Bad Boy version. So let me show you the part that I used. When I heard it, I'm like, yo, I want to do something with that. So I made the beat in Fruity Loops, a program. At the time, I didn't have the MPC, so I was just using Fruity Loops. Very user-friendly program, and I was learning at the time, so it was easy for me to kind of learn and navigate the whole production thing. So I made the beat, and I got it through to a producer by the name of Jimmy Kendricks, who shopped that beat around with his beats. And a couple weeks, like after I showed it to him, and I didn't see him for a couple months, and then I reconnected with him, and he was telling me like, yo, Papoose wants to use that joint for his album, and it got to him, and here's the joint, here's the Papoose joint, I'm gonna play you right now.
My dog said, cock your guns back, my headphones ain't loud, yo, turn up the track, okay, fuck that, homie, I run rap, I add on to the game, you niggas subtract, yo, where my blood's at, throw it up back, yo, where my colors at, he cut you, cut him back, they say they top cats, but they some rugrats, I drop them off on the block, you make them pump packs, only a couple stacks, he try to duck that, I sent a shot at his ass and told him duck that, hey yo, bump this, stay high, what's this, he broke, he rich, homie, we run this, it's a new era, your heart pumping the fear, 2007, the guard number is here, bump this, stay high, what's this, he broke, he rich, homie, we run this, it's a new era, your heart pumping the fear, 2007, the guard number is here.
That's the Papoose joint, it's called Victory 07. So I did that beat in 2007 using Fruity Loops. So for this episode of Chopped, I wanted to kind of recreate that beat with a newer feel, a newer, trappier kind of feel based off the sound of today. Still with the same chops, still using the same sample, and with the MPC, because back then I used it in Fruity Loops. So I want to see how it'll, the difference, you know, how it'll come out using the MPC with the chops and the drums. Because like I said, I made it in Fruity Loops, which if you use Fruity Loops, it's a dope program. It's a little easier to navigate. It kind of sets the drums for you, and it's just a little easier process than the MPC. So I wanted to take you guys along on a journey of recreating that beat, Victory 07 by Papoose, with me on the MPC. So let's go. Alright, so first, let me show you guys the chops that I cut up off camera. Since I already know them, I'm familiar with them on what I did back in 2007. I have the main one, the intro, and the in-betweens. So let me play them for you without the drums, how it started, from the one that I did back then. So those are the chops that I have. So now, since I want to do it with a new feel, like a new 2020 feel, I'm gonna start with the drums first. Like I said, I always like to start with the drums first and then lay the sample in and see how it fits. I already got the tempo and I'm already familiar with how I want it to go. So let's start with some drums real quick. It's 808, snare, cool. So let's see. That was a 2-bar. Let's do it for 8, just to give me some space with it. Fit it. That's cool. Let's see. Just making sure everything's on time and not off. So now, let me see. Seems to be on time. So now I'm gonna chop the sample in, maybe add some extra hi-hats later on, but for now, that's basically like the tempos I want for both different sequences. Alright, so I added some extra things to the drums, kind of finished up 2 sequences, actually 3 sequences. I'm gonna play them consecutively for you and show me what you think, or just let you hear what I did. So this is the first sequence into the halftime one, and then into the third one. With no sample. basically you get the gist. That was all three of. I did three separate sequences and then kind of put them all together through song mode. But I was just playing them for you right now, just straight going to each one. But so now I'm gonna play that same sequence with the sample in it and see if it goes. Because honestly, I did the drums first with the tempo that I know, and then now I'm gonna chop the sample in and see if it actually works together. So let's see how that goes. So I got my sample. I'm gonna do it from the intro too, just to see, because I already know, like I said, I know how the original one goes, the one that I did back then. But it's just kind of interesting to see the process and how it sounds over here. Because like I said, Fruity Loops is a lot different working in the computer and doing things here than like now chopping the sample in the MPC and now placing it. So I'm kind of anxious to see how that goes. So let's see what's good. I messed up, guys, and that's crazy because I never chopped this on the MPC, so I'm thinking that it's gonna do what it's gonna do, but I gotta do it on my own. It's kind of weird. All right. So the second of that sequence would be like right here. I would start with. Crazy because I never did it on the MPC before, so just thinking about how the different processes from Fruity Loops to this, it's totally different, man. Like if you have Fruity Loops and you use Fruity Loops, the sampling and just placing it is it's not easier, but it's definitely, this feels like a more manual feel. Where as far as just to keep it going like that, because I've just basically stretched out what's already happening in the sample. Like if you know this song, you already know that it does that already, but to make it go an extra 2 bars with again, then these chops. It's kind of crazy. Then back. Crazy because to like put trap drums and that type of fast pace behind it is so different than what I was thinking in 2007. I wasn't really even thinking this tempo or this type of bop with the drums, but you know, like I said, I kind of wanted to do this to bring what I did something over 10 years ago into right now with a whole different machine, with a whole different mind frame on it, and I kind of like it. You know what I mean? I like the original better, but I just kind of like the feeling of this, doing it live, hitting the samples like that, because like I said, in the computer program, I wasn't doing that. I was just using Fruity Loops, and if you know Fruity Loops, it's not too much drumming. You can do it now, but back then I wasn't really thinking that, and just the technology of it is so different than this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the new remake. If you get a chance, check out the one I made in 2007. Just a totally different feel, sounds different. So it was an interesting process for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it was interesting for you. So thank you for checking out the Bistro CHOPP'D 2.0. And again, I hope everybody's staying safe, staying healthy throughout this quarantine time. And I'll see you guys soon with season 2, man. Check it out.